This is Chris Spoke.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hi, yeah, so I'm Chris Spoke. We'll get our slideshow up here. I am the VP Corporate Development at Roxy, and as Melissa mentioned, we are the new and improved Shark Tank, which, sorry, not Shark Tank, but Easy VIP, which some of you might have seen on Shark Tank. Okay, so this is Roxy. So we'll go to the next slide, please. When young men and women go out on a weekend night to a nightclub, they have two choices. They could either line up, get in the club, and purchase drinks at a bar, or they could opt for a more premium bottle service experience. So what bottle service is, very briefly, is a process by which people would order full liquor bottles and have them delivered to their tables in a nightclub. And this represents a very large revenue stream for the $2.5 billion North American nightclub industry. The current process for booking bottle service looks something like the illustrations we have on this slide here. It's a lot of friction in the process that involves emails or phone calls back and forth with a pen and paper promoter working a system that hasn't really innovated or changed within the last 10 to 20 years. So this is pretty much the main pain point we are addressing with our service. Next slide, please. The problem we're addressing is twofold. First of all, the current system for booking bottle service or getting on guest lists at nightclubs is very inefficient. There's a lot of friction in the process. In economic terms, the search and transaction costs are quite high. On the vendor side, so on the side of the venues, there's an inability for them to capture customer behavior data and other analytics as they're usually working pen and paper systems. They're not tracking this data over time. That's something that we would like to address with our solution. Next slide, please, which is Roxy, a web and mobile application that makes it easier for users to get on guest lists, book bottle service, or purchase admission tickets at nightlife venues, meaning nightclubs, lounges, and concert halls. To make this happen, we are building 4 base products. The first of which is a mobile app. We have some screens up here. Basically, this allows the user to get on guest lists, book bottle service, or purchase admission tickets at nightclubs. We're also building out a website that has the same functionality as the mobile app, but for people who might not have a smartphone or just prefer to do it that way. We're also building out a vendor dashboard for nightlife venues themselves that would allow the owners and managers to input all their information that would be seen on the app. They would also use that vendor dashboard to set prices, bottle menus, and process all incoming orders or reservations. The fourth product that we're also building is a check-in tablet app that would be given to doormen at nightlife venues and would streamline the whole process through either QR code scanning or just a basic kind of mobile guest list process. Our revenue model for this business, next slide please, is commission-based. We would be collecting a 2.5% commission on all orders or reservations processed through our system, so that's for bottle service and eventually admission tickets. We are also considering the possibility of eventually implementing a $250 monthly subscription fee for the vendor dashboard to the vendors. And again, that would be for them to have access not only to the reservation management system, but the analytics that we would capture and provide to them and help them maximize their profitability. For this service, we are targeting 19 to 34-year-old males and females in large urban areas or near large urban areas with above average levels of disposable income. So a very broad base, but basically the type of people that would go out on a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday night late to a nightclub or to a concert that might enjoy our product. We will initially be launching in Toronto and Montreal, as well as some university towns in between, and expanding quite rapidly to major hubs in the United States, as that obviously is a much larger, and that's our prime market. Our value proposition to the vendors, the reason why they would pick us up and use our service is threefold. First of all, we help streamline and reduce the friction associated with bottle service booking and guest list requests. We do this by helping them simplify the search and transaction process through our application, both online and mobile. We help provide vendors with customer behavior data, demographic breakdown of who's going to their venue, and other valuable analytics, enabling vendors to track sales. They would have the option of implementing loyalty programs and other such things. Roxy also acts as a direct marketing channel for these owners and managers that want to prevent either their venues or upcoming events. Despite the revenue potential for this largely untapped market in terms of technological innovation, competition remains pretty scarce and pretty limited in terms of the breadth of service and scope of market penetration. Our largest, as Melissa mentioned, is Easy VIP, which operates out of Miami and now Las Vegas. but we are also building out a lot of functionality that they do not currently provide and are doing it at a much lower price point for our vendors. To bring this product to market, we have assembled a great team, next slide please, of smart and experienced people with exactly the diversity of skill sets and knowledge required to make this business a success. Jeff Chadju, the first picture there at the top left, is our president, and he could be found in the crowd and would love to chat with anybody interested after this presentation. We project over 370 registered venues and $1.7 million in revenue by the end of year 2013, and would be very interested, of course, in showing anybody interested the assumptions and details that went into coming up with those numbers. And that's starting again in Toronto, Montreal, then expanding to New York, LA, Chicago, Las Vegas, and Miami, university towns and smaller markets. Timeline-wise, we are planning our public beta launch in December, so very soon. We'd like to hit Toronto, Montreal again, Ottawa, London, and other college towns. Our full launch will expand us to the Canadian West Coast in February, and we'd like to make a pretty rapid expansion to the US because that is the prize. We're trying to keep our eye on the major markets that we need to attain to have a sustainable competitive advantage and also flesh out our market share. So our ask, the purpose of this presentation, we are looking for an $876,000 Series A financing round. This will be going to finalizing development, but mostly to our expansion budget, both in terms of operating and marketing expenses, which would be kind of broken down in 3 phases based on us hitting certain targets. And to conclude, we believe that this innovation is inevitable and largely overdue in the nightlife space. It's something that's happened in a lot of other comparable industries, but for some very specific reasons, not quite yet in nightlife. We have assembled a great team and a great business model and great products that we'd love to show you again at the back after the presentation to be that first mover to really capture this market. So I look forward to any questions.